Are you ready to uncover the truth about your health and creativity? On the HumanVerse Trilogy, we're exposing how the FDA is failing to educate the public, leaving us in the dark about vital health issues like colon health and immunity. Meanwhile, Big Pharma thrives on your poor health, making billions while teaching you nothing about prevention. Join us as Jay Solis dives into how your diet is holding back your creativity and how to reclaim your mental power and well-being. Don't miss it. Welcome, listeners, to another episode of the HumanVerse Trilogy. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that affects every single one of us: how the food we eat influences our creativity and overall well-being. And who better to discuss this with than Jay Solis, EQ coach, author, and someone who's making waves with his thought-provoking insights on health and creativity in the AI era. Welcome, Jay Solis.
It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm excited to have this important conversation with you and your audience.
Let's jump right in. AI is changing the game in every industry, and you've said before that creativity is no longer optional. Why is that?
Absolutely. AI is a tool, a powerful one, but it lacks the human spark of creativity. In this era, we're no longer just competing with other humans. We're working alongside machines that can handle repetitive tasks better than we can. What sets us apart is our ability to innovate, to think outside the box, to empathize. But here's the harsh truth. Most of us are sabotaging that very creativity with what we're putting into our bodies.
Interesting. Are you saying there's a direct link between our diet and our ability to be creative?
Exactly. Creativity starts in the brain. The brain thrives on proper nutrients, balanced blood pressure, and a stable internal environment. Junk food and ultra-processed foods, the chips, candies, energy drinks, don't just fail to nourish your brain, they actively hinder it. These foods spike your blood sugar, inflame your body, and lead to mental fog. It's not just about feeling sluggish. It's about your brain's inability to adapt, to innovate, to function at its peak.
That's a strong statement. So bad food equals bad creativity?
100%. And it's worse than that, Romy. These foods don't just hinder creativity, they trap you in a cycle. You're mentally fatigued, so you crave quick energy. What do you reach for? More junk. It's a vicious loop that keeps you from reaching your potential. And the industries behind these foods are counting on that.
Industries like Big Pharma?
Exactly. Let me hit you with the facts. Last year, Big Pharma made $1.24 trillion. But do you know how much of that was spent teaching people how to live healthier lives? Zero. Their profit depends on our poor health. Junk food leads to chronic illnesses. And guess what? That means more pills, more treatments, more dependency. It's a system designed to profit from your suffering.
That's infuriating. But what about regulatory bodies like the FDA? Aren't they supposed to protect us?
They should be. But let's not kid ourselves. A case was filed against the FDA for failing to educate people about colon health. Think about constipation. It sounds minor, right? But it's a breakdown of your body's detox system. Over time, it weakens your immunity and leads to major health issues like hypertension, brain fog, and even premature ejaculation. These are systemic issues, yet there's no education about prevention, because prevention doesn't make anyone money.
That's mind-blowing. So what's the solution? How do we fight back?
First, awareness. Understand that the system isn't designed for your health. It's designed for profit. Second, small, consistent changes. Replace processed snacks with whole foods. Move your body daily. Cardio isn't just about looking good. It's about boosting brain function and creativity. Third, demand better. Push for transparency and education from industries and regulatory bodies. And most importantly, connect the dots. Your creativity, your health, your joy, they're all linked. Think deeper about yourself. You have to wonder about how you exist through time.
That's powerful. Before we wrap up, do you have a final message for our listeners?
Yes, Romy. We are not destined to live based on our matrix. It's what I call auto-jungled, trapped in lower states of consciousness because of poor health and poor choices. Our natural state is one of joy, creativity, and enlightenment, but it requires taking control of your diet, your habits, your mindset. The choice is simple. Stay stuck or rise to your highest potential. The crown is waiting for all of us. It's our higher consciousness that comes above our courage consciousness based on our consciousness map. And here's the next step. After understanding this, we need to explore how to handle our consciousness. To truly embark on this conquest, listeners need to dive into my book, The Universe is Void, We Are Not. It's a guide to reclaiming your consciousness, your creativity, and your true self. It's what I call the Neo, the one who is fresh from the past maze. In other words, the trauma-free people. Live free from your past.
Thank you, Jay. This was enlightening, to say the least. Listeners, if this conversation resonated with you, be sure to check out Jay Solis's work at nunkeyarts.com and start making those small changes today. Until next time, this is Romy K signing off.
The universe is maybe void, but you are not.